the question of what is men's work, I'd like to share an image that was shared on the Rites Passage, and it's been in my mind ever since. But I was particularly reminded of it just the other day, listening to a podcast by a guy called Adrian Scott. It's called the Anxious Poets podcast. I can't recommend it highly enough. Adrian is one of the founders of the Men's Rites Passage in the UK, having done it in America with Richard Rohr. And when I did it, he was what we call the weaver. So he's the main storyteller, the person in the big group who sets the tone rest of it. So, and he's a poet, and his podcast is beautiful. The most recent episode, he tells a story from a scene from Dances with Wolves, the Kevin Costner movie. I haven't seen the movie myself since I was about 12, but the scene he talks about is the Costner character is basically living on his own out in the frontier of the Wild West. And he finds this pool of water, and he needs a source of water to drink. But the water is, for some reason, full of the corpses of dead animals. And to have any chance of being able to drink this water, he's going to have to remove each one of those animals out of there from the depths of the water, and then he burns them in a big pyre. And the teaching on the rites is that is a brilliant symbol of what each man, each human, but the focus here is men, has to do, because the carcasses of the animals were polluting the water, and until you are prepared to go underneath the surface and drag those things out, you'll never be your own wholeness and well-being will never be healthy. So what's men's work? Men's work is doing that hard work of going into your past, your traumas, your wounds, some of which others will have inflicted on you, some of which you've inflicted on yourself and on other people, some of which might go generations back, and doing the opposite of what men have tended to do for generations, which is to ignore that and go, as long as I can stay successful, as long as I can have my achievements, I don't have to go there. And the key teaching is, if you don't transform your pain, you will transmit it.
Wow.
You can think you're doing fine, but it will leak out. So men's work is encouraging men to do that hard work, and it is hard work, of looking inwards and being with your pain, being with it within yourself, but sharing it with people, other men that you can trust, and then using all the many skills and different techniques that are on offer to help you work through it. And it's not just about looking inwards. The long-term aim is that you will then be of service to your community.
Yeah, you give back.
You give back, yeah.